All right.
Hey, this is Robert. Thank you for tuning in to Station Square. And yeah, hope everybody is doing well out there. And yeah, we're just kind of, just shooting the breeze. And as we see here, we have another somebody that you might have seen on the Keeping Up with Chaos podcast from time to time. But this is Sandy. Thank you so much for joining me on this afternoon's, I guess, kind of warm episode, but still
Yeah.
kind of cooled down a lot. So yeah, how's it going?
Thanks for having me. I'm going good.
Yep, anytime. So, I guess to really start this off, just share about life, how everything's been going, and yeah, how you be doing, how you be.
I be crazy right now. It's like I always feel like I miss out on my favorite time of year because I love fall. I love when it cools off in Vegas and we get like normal temperatures. But it also seems to be like that's when everything happens. That's when film competitions in Vegas happen and my kids' soccer season starts and the first quarter of school because I'm a high school teacher. So it's like it's crazy busy and I always feel like I miss the best part of the season because I'm always running around doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought there was more, but yeah, it's
There
just
can
kind
be
of
more.
like,
I will yap forever unless you like stop
go
me.
ahead. Yeah, just it's you're the guest, so take it
Oh,
away. Yeah.
okay. What else do I want to say? Voice acting usually kind of picks up around this time too. I always find it weird that in the summer, when I have plenty of time because I'm off, I don't get a lot of jobs. But then when I'm super busy, it's like either a feast or a famine. Auditions start pouring in like September, October, November, probably because of the holiday season. What else? I do improv in town as well. Used to perform at Mom's Basement Theater with my improv troupe. We're on a hiatus right now, but we may pick back up in the new year, doing long form improv with someone that you're probably going to have on your show later, Mr. Lloyd, who is amazing. Just shout out to Lloyd. What else do I want to say? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else I want to say about me.
Yeah, I mean, like you pretty much just do a little bit of everything, and then some.
Yeah, kind of. It's like I can't dedicate myself 100% to anything. So I kind of go a whole bunch of different ways.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm just really happy that we're kind of doing this today. And also, once again, we're kind of doing the Solomon thing where I just kind of am going as William and Sandy as Adrienne because it's just kind of like a little brief announcement that episode one in the short should probably be like, you should expect to see some content coming this fall. Later, like before the end of the year. So that's where we're just kind of like, okay, you know what? For the occasion, let's just do this again, just bring it back just for a little bit. But because why not? And also because it's really fun. So
Yeah, why not?
yeah. But with that said, yeah, let's just get right to the questions here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Unless if there's anything else you want to discuss before we get.
No, no, questions are good.
All right,
We can do
sweet.
questions.
All right, awesome. So let me see here. I'm about to pull it up. So yeah, like the first one that I have for you today. And I know we kind of talked a lot yesterday, so I kind of wanted to know from you, were you always someone who was a creative person? And how would you say that getting your start in VO kind of changed the trajectory, kind of like it proved to be like a new trajectory in your life, so to speak? How did it change everything of your
Yeah,
lifestyle and
so
such support?
I think I actually have been creative my whole life since I was a kid. I loved art and music as a child, like for sure. I was always doodling, had a wild imagination. It's like when everyone's like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I wanted to be a unicorn. So it's like I I didn't have like a normal job in my head. Like I wanted to just play. And I think most creatives do. Like we like to play. Mostly when I was younger, it was music. Funny that I don't tell a lot of people this, but me and my like guy friends, we had like kind of like a metal band like in our late teens, and I played the guitar, taught myself guitar, and it never went anywhere. And I think there's like one copy of like maybe two songs floating somewhere, but not on the interwebs because it was long before that was around. We had dial up back then. um, and then I've always liked acting. I kind of drifted away from it when I was going to college and, trying to get that stable, safe career going. But I always loved acting, but I have horrible stage fright. And so it's really hard for me to act because I don't like people looking at me. It makes me nervous. So that's why always thought voice acting would be amazing because I can be so many different people and characters, and you're not really looking at me, you're looking at the character, and you're just hearing me voice the character. And so I never pursued it because I didn't know how. There's always classes on acting, on theater, and like on camera, and modeling, and art, and music, but I never really saw voice acting classes growing up and through my like young adult life. And I sort of just gave up on it, got my degree, started teaching, got married, had kids. And then COVID struck. And I was one of those really panicked people. Like, I didn't leave the house. I was just like, oh my God, we're all going to die. I'm going to die of some horrible new disease. I've always wanted to live during the golden age of man. Like, I did not want to live through the end times. Like, I didn't sign up for this. And it sort of kickstarted my thoughts. Like, I always just kind of took the safe road. I gave up on acting and I gave up on music and I did the jobs and I got the degrees and I could die next week and I would be pretty pissed off that I didn't really do things that I enjoyed. And so it sort of kickstarted like, no, I'm living in the now. There is no time later. You can't just say like, I'm going to push it off until it's a better time. There is no better time. You have to do it now. One of my coworkers, we used to go walking when schools opened back up and we tried to get some exercise, we'd go walking. And I had just briefly mentioned, I really want to get into voice acting. And her husband was taking classes at the Voice Actor Studio here in Vegas. I had no idea that even existed. And so I just immediately, no hesitation, I jumped in, I looked at it, I signed up for classes, and I really liked it. And I've been trying to, do this thing ever since. It's sort of, I wish it was more uplifting than the pandemic scared me into thinking I had no time left. But that is kind of what it was. It sort of jump started me into like, you need to start doing things that you enjoy because you get one life and you never know when that's going to end.
Yeah, that is so, so true. And I just really do think it's funny how everything, like I've talked to so many people on this show, and I kid you not, because I know that, the other co-hosts of Keeping Up have similar responses where they were doing something else, but then, the pandemic happened and it's just like, oh, well, where do I go? What's happening? Where am I supposed to, what can I do? So, because when I talked to Jaws, Gap, and also Lloyd, who I will promise you one of these days he will be on my show. Totally not a threat, but
Busy man.
yeah. Oh yeah, but I was just about to say like it just completely, totally changed the trajectory of so many people. Like with a lot of careers, like a lot of stories that you kind of see on the internet, where people are just literally getting their start like right as it was at its peak. Like it was literally at its height, and I'm just really thankful for all the, I guess, success stories that have come out of it because I know it was a very scary time for a lot of us, but I know that there is definitely a lot of light in the midst of all the darkness, and there is definitely like some silver linings that happen all throughout that time period, and even currently right now. So just gotta thank God that we can just escape to stuff. We can just kind of escape from reality for just a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, because I know that you do like a lot of other stuff because you teach, you do improv. So how would you say that those have also been really, and also not to mention you have a family and stuff like that. So how would you say that having a schedule like that, because I also ask this to a lot, for most of us that wear so many different hats, how do you manage it all? Like, how do you try to fit the time to do VO and then do this other stuff that you're kind of doing right now? Just finding that balance.
Most of the time, I feel like I'm failing on all fronts because there's just not enough time to get everything done. Um, when I first started trying to book work for voice acting, I I was panicked because in my brain, I was going to follow this formula. I took the classes, I did the training, I did the coaching, the practice, I cut the demo, I got the website. Like, I'm lined up now to work, and now I'm going to work and become a full-time voice actor. And that doesn't always work out on that timeline. I It was suggested you can do like 20 auditions a day. There was no way. I couldn't fit in 20 auditions a day. My voice couldn't handle 20 auditions a day because I'm talking all day to students. And I kind of went through a downward spiral for a while because I felt like I can't do this. This isn't going to work out for me. And then I just sort of had to like reset myself like, okay, so you're not going to do this full time. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can do this part time. You can do this when it fits, and that would be okay. And after I sort of got out of my own head of like, this is the way it's supposed to be for me to be successful, I sort of had to redefine what I found successful. I'm able to take coaching and training and do all these things because I have a full-time job and, we're stable. I can pick and choose jobs, which is lovely because there's some jobs I'm not comfortable taking. A lot of AI jobs where like you're basically training AI it's a no for me. Political ads, they're a no for me. I'm not comfortable doing them, and I don't have to feel pressured to do them because I do have other income coming in. So it's like, I guess you got to see the positives, even though sometimes they feel like restrictions. And it's just about like changing your mindset a little bit on what that success looks like and how it fits into your life. And everyone's going to have a different path on how they get there. Some people do follow that. We coach, we demo, we website, we go, and it works. And others, maybe it's going to take them 5 more years. Maybe they decide, maybe part-time is right for me in my family, based on other things that are happening. So I just do what I can when I can, and I don't stress about the things that I can't do.
That's also a very good one to really keep in mind. It's like there's a lot of stuff that can be outside our control, but what we can't do that is within our grasp or within our, you know, area is kind of stuff that like, okay, so I can't do this, but I know that I can definitely find some time to just really allow myself to just, okay, let me just do this one thing that I've put off for a while and then just see where that takes me. So, and it just all kind of goes back into acting. So I think for the next part of that, like my next question that is kind of related to what we were just discussing, where would you think your life would be if you didn't just take the risk and just pick up acting?
I think I think I would have found something. I don't know exactly what. I'm glad it's acting. I love acting. I think I would have had to find something. I needed some sort of creative release. And it may have been drawing, it might have been writing. I love writing. I don't do enough of it. I kind of want to get back into it. I would have found some sort of creative release in some way, but I'm more glad that it's acting because I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. And what would you say is something that you really cherish or just love so much about it after doing it for a couple years?
I This may sound weird. Less about me. I really, really enjoy like the communities that I have found in acting, in improv, in voice acting, like the Keeping Up with the Chaos crew. We all met in classes at the same studio, and they have just been a wealth of support and friendship and knowledge. We piggyback off each other. We share information with each other, and you're kind of isolated in the booth. You're kind of by yourself a lot. You're not like on stage, and you're not practicing with a whole bunch of people. It's nice to have a community, but in Vegas, there's so much community that I wouldn't have been exposed to if it wasn't for voice acting first. Shout out to Lloyd again, because we're going to be talking about mysterious Lloyd. He was the one that got me into improv because I used to hate it because I'm an anxious, introverted person, and I did not want to get up on stage unprepared. I need a script. I need to go over it. I need to rehearse. And he kept saying, you have to do improv. It's going to make you a better voice actor. And I was like, that's just bull. I don't believe it. But then he finally convinced me, and I ended up loving it. So sometimes you just have to do what you're scared of because you just never know where it's going to take you. And I ended up going through all these courses of long form, and then we ended up on the same improv team together. There's a local team in town called Bleach, and we're their house team. And we ended up auditioning together, and we both got on the same team. So it was like kind of brought us back full circle. Meeting other people in voice acting got me into some on-camera stuff in town. I didn't know there was all these like local film directors in town, and got exposed to that and different film festivals that were happening. And I love that community too, because it's just like it's very supportive and close knit. So there's all these little circles of communities, and I think that's the thing I cherish the most is building these relationships with all these different creatives that I never even knew were out there, and we all like the same things, and it's just really cool. I like it. That's what I cherish the most.
This even extends to Keeping Up with the Chaos podcast because I know we're definitely talking about them a lot here, but I mean, it's kind of a given. So yeah, and it also even extends to these guys. So what would you say, like being a part of that has also really helped you grow just as an actor, person, and so on and so forth?
I think it stretches me because I am a very shy person. I am very introverted. I liked staying home during the pandemic. I didn't miss going out. I didn't miss like going to the store and going out with people. I'm a homebody. I will just sit in my pajamas all day and just veg. And this has stretched me. Like at first I would always be like, no, I don't want to be on the podcast. I have nothing interesting to say. I'm really awkward. Like I can't do this. And then I just started doing it. And just like with the improv, it helps push you to be the better version of you and not being held back by fear.
Just doing it afraid.
Right. You gotta have to. And just whatever happens, happens. And
Exactly.
you just learn from it and you grow from it. You kind of just have to do it.
Yeah. So, what are some of the most memorable or positive anecdotes that you want to give to each of these felt wonderful, all these peeps that I like to call them?
Anecdotes like pearls of wisdom or
No, I mean
like
like
a story.
anything, any memories of like stories of being with the crew. Let's just say that, yeah,
Oh,
or just
geez.
in voiceover in general. Yeah,
In general, uh, gosh, what else could I say? I'm a little stumped. I would say just again, put yourself out there. You don't know what people are going to like and not like, and you don't know what people are looking for in your voice. I struggle with this still. I will read the audition specs and be like, oh, I don't think that they're going to like what I do. Well, how will I know that? I'm not them. So try it. What is the harm? Just try. Just what bad can happen to you? You'll be stuck exactly where you are if you don't do anything, but you never know what's going to happen if you do something. So that happened to me on a really cool pilot that I got an audition for, and I believe there was only one female character, and I didn't jive with it at all. Like I was like, I can't do the accent. I'm not believable. I don't believe it. It just doesn't feel genuine. But there was a guy character, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. But I was like, my friend who is one of our voice actors in our community, he convinced me. He's like, don't make that decision for the casting. Just do it. And I was like, you're right. I had fun with it. I did the best I could. I was this goofy, nasally guy, and I got the role. So I get to do this like season one, like pilot episode for this group. And I remember walking in, and everyone's like, "Oh, who are you?" And then I was the guy in it. I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if I'm allowed to because contract stuff because it never came out. But and everyone was really shocked because of like, "You're this guy," and I'm like, yeah, I'm that guy. And I wouldn't have gotten it if I had just listened to myself and said, I don't think I'm what they're looking for. And even the casting was like, you were totally not what we were looking for, but we heard what you did and we're like, I can't hear anybody else doing this role now. Like you nailed it in a way we weren't expecting. So you have to just do it. Don't listen to that voice in your head.
I'm so glad that you're touching on all of these because this is the stuff that I often share on the podcast. Like, way more often than you think, which I know there's many pieces of advice that where you're just kind of like, okay, I've heard it on so many different platforms, but da 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 da. But there is a reason. There's a very good reason why you're listening to a lot of this, like why it's everywhere and you just cannot escape it no matter how hard you try. So yeah, you better watch out. Yeah, like if you think you've heard enough, think again. So yeah, I definitely agree with everything you said. And, just it all goes back to doing it afraid, like just doing it because whether it's something that, maybe God or the Lord or just, you just feel in your instinct, like this is something that you were being called into doing. Like, hey, like I always say that feeling regrets is even worse than just, doing it or failing or just so on and so forth, that you didn't really get to do it in the first place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I
regrets is
agree.
worse than just, failing. Just trying and failing. That's pretty much the way I look at it.
And to be honest, I haven't regretted anything. I thought I would, but even things that didn't work out, I didn't regret it because I learned something. Even the things that don't work out, you learn something from it, so you still get something out of it. But if you never do it, then you're always going to left wondering why. Like, what could have happened? Like, and if you do it, then and you can learn from it and move on and grow.
I love that. So, I think here we're gonna get to the second part so you can see the both of us for a change. Yay. So if you were to think back, I feel like you probably answered this, but feel free to share anyway.
Okay.
If you were to think back to anything like a major moment in your life that reminded you of why you just really love doing all of this, what would it be and why?
Ooh, I feel like there's so many things.
Yeah, I've been getting you stumped all throughout
Yeah,
this
I
episode.
know. I don't know if there's just one thing.
Yeah.
It's just like they all sort of connect and lead into other things. One of them probably was last year, and this isn't really voice acting, but last year I got to do a competition. It's called the 48-Hour Film Project.
Oh, one of them. Oh,
You know what that
yeah.
is? So I
Yeah. The behind the scenes is intense, but I know what it
Oh my
is.
gosh, it is brutal.
Brutal.
And I didn't know what I was getting into last year because I was just like, it was one of those things where I was like, I can't do that. And then like, you're gonna go do it. So again, I'm super awkward. I went to all the mixers to try to meet people. I ended up just talking to this cool guy, and I didn't know he was a team lead. And the next mixer, I ran into him again. He's like, "Do you want to be on my team?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I ended up on this very small team. We were all doing it for the first time. And it was such an experience to like, that's when I really realized there were so many actors and like film directors and just creatives here locally. Like, you don't have to go to LA to meet these people. Like, they're here. And it was like homegrown. It was really cool. And just being able to be an actor, be part of like the script writing and see all the behind the scenes and watch it all like come together. And then we got to go to the premiere and like watch it on the screen. And then I got nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I didn't win. My friend won, which I'm very happy for her. But it was really cool to even get nominated my first time doing it. It was an experience, and that just made me want more. I want more of that stuff. So I did it again with a group of friends that I met in acting classes, and we did it again this year. And it was a very ambitious script, and we didn't get nominated, but it was a lot of fun. And again, it was such a great learning experience to see how it would be to, like to do a bigger movie and be a bigger star in the movie and how exhausting it is, but also very cool to see how it all like turned out. So I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is jumping from voice acting to like on stage improv and then jumping into like on camera. But I still think out of the three, I like voice acting the best.
Yeah, because I do a lot of VO, but I also do like improv, virtual. I mean, it's been a minute or two since, because the last time I even did improv, like in person, was at my elementary school. So I'm always looking for, new stuff. I mean, I've been recommended to the Groundlings, which is over here in
Yes.
LA. Yeah, so you know a lot about them. So yeah, and I actually talked to a lot of the alumni that have studied there, and it's really excellent. It's just, I would love to do it. It's always the timing and the scheduling and also the traffic.
Oh, I couldn't. I don't know how you guys drive in LA. I'm too scared to drive to LA. Like, I'll be like, I'll fly there if you want me for a job, but I don't want
Yeah,
to drive.
like
I'm frightened.
the only way. Okay, I'll just say that the only way it's like I do love LA, but man, oh my God, yeah, yeah, no, like everybody has aired out their grievances with the traffic, so I'm not even gonna touch that can of worms, and also the weather. So look, I'll join. I'll do a groundling show, but y'all, you're probably somebody's gonna have to like. I need a lift, I need a ride, or just anything, cause like I'm not afraid to drive, but it's like okay, no, I don't want to deal with people, especially these days. Yeah, but y'all, the this community and everybody else, like, there's a lot of people that I really do cherish a lot. It's just I like you. I'm just an introvert, and there's just days where I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to
I
do
feel that.
the crazy stuff in here and just don't bother me. Just
I feel that.
already dealt with reality enough as it is. So yeah, since you did mention you're in Vegas, just talk to us, share a little bit with us, because I don't think I've talked to anybody like based in the Vegas area. I
Oh,
might have in the past, but no, I just wanted to know because I've been to Vegas a few times, but for those that are kind of curious, like how is it from your perspective? Just everything.
well, in my perspective, it's pretty good. I've lived here for 30 something years, I think. So, like, I moved here when I was 8. I always tell people I moved here before, like, the 215. I moved here before, like, there's a part of Henderson called Green Valley. It was just desert. It was just desert with, like, a chocolate factory in the middle of the desert. And now it's like this thriving, like, urban area. It's crazy how much it's grown.
So that's where
That
the secret Willy Wonka chocolate factory was. I'm sorry.
It was kind of like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Ethel chocolates. It's
But we got
quality.
the M&M store, so there's your
That
chocolate
too.
factory. Yeah.
It's
Anyways, continue.
expensive, but it's really good.
Anyways,
I
continue.
love it. I know currently people working in the tourism industry, like on the strip and stuff, it's been slow. It's been a struggle, but we always bounce back. It's been slow before. We always bounce back. And I know that like Sony and I forgot the other one, Paramount? Is it Paramount? Are
Oh,
trying to build studios here.
yeah.
The bill
Yeah,
didn't
I've heard of that.
pass, which sucks that it didn't pass, but
Yeah.
it's not dead yet. There's still a chance it can come in, which would be great because again, we have so many film people here and it would just be great. It would be great for our economy. It would be great for our community if we could get that rolling. I'm really hoping it
Yeah.
does, but I love living here. Like a lot of people talk down about it, but it's like, look, we're 4 hours away from LA, from Disneyland. We're like 3 hours away from great hiking in Utah. We have a great airport. We can go anywhere. It's international. Like we don't have many floods. We don't have blizzards. We don't have tornadoes. Like we have mosquitoes now. We didn't until like the
No,
last
yeah.
couple of years. They're here now, which sucks, but
Yeah.
I think it's a great place to live. I enjoy it. I plan on staying here. I don't plan on moving. It's my home. It's my hometown. I'm proud of it. I love it.
Yeah. Where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking?
Born in California, and my dad
Yeah.
was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. And then when he retired, we moved here. But I mean, if you're wondering ethnically, my mom is Korean, and my dad's some basic white dude, so I'm Asian.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, look at me. I'm just African American, just plain old California based 26 years of my life. About as basic as you could possibly.
I tell people I'm a walking stereotype with the, with the white military father and the Asian mother.
Yeah.
But here I am.
Yeah. Well, mine's is it's just basic African American. So, I mean, hey, we do got Black History Month, which it's always just, hey, let's just do it all year long because why
It
not?
should be.
Yeah.
It's Black
This
history is
is,
American history.
yeah, instead of just February and June with the Juneteenth, just all year long. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Yeah. Yeah, and going back to that, the Sony Paramount bill, I wish that was the bill that ended up getting passed instead of, but that that's another can of worms altogether. So
That's a whole
yeah,
other podcast.
that's a different podcast. Like, trust me, like, I don't get political, but trust me, if I invite somebody on here, we would just be, it would be a pretty intense conversation, just
I'm sure.
talking about everything for hours on end. But yeah, it's not really this type of show. So moving
Right.
right along. But I kind of wanted to ask you, have you visited since you're, because you mentioned like different voice actors, acting, and so on and so forth. Did you ever check out the voice actors studio there in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that's where we all studied. That's how
Yeah,
I
that, I
met
was about to
Jaws
ask.
and
Yeah.
Gabby. That was the place that my coworker's husband was taking classes, and that's where I jumped in. So yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
taken classes in a while. I'd like to go back. I love the community so much.
I feel yeah. I haven't done anything in like a couple of years or so, but I should probably start back on. I should probably get back on that. So yeah. By the way, shout out to Melissa, Casey, and all these other folks. I know I'm leaving out some. I know I'm probably leaving out some people, which I'm sorry, but yeah. To the what is it? The TVAS abbreviation, y'all
Yeah.
rock. Just 10 out of 10. Def
Yes.
recommend. Yeah,
Definitely recommend. They're great.
I
And they
know.
specialize in so many things. It's like, funny enough, when I first became a voice actor, I thought I was going to do audiobooks. And so they have Jack, who's an audiobook coach. And
Oh
I took
yeah.
classes with him, and he's fantastic. And like, I love the way he runs his classes. But then going through it, I was like, no, this isn't for me. It's too much. It's too much, and I'm too
Yeah.
scatterbrained to organize all the chapters and all the voices. Like that's
Oh
I couldn't do it, so I jumped out of that pretty quick.
well, well, lucky me. I just started doing some. I mean,
Did
I
you?
haven't really. No, I mean I haven't booked many, but I've been doing like a lot of auditions, and I did one, but it was a scam. But
Oh,
that
those
was a lesson
scams,
learned.
man.
Yeah, they're pretty crafty these days. So it's not.
See,
I don't want to say you got to be careful because yeah,
you
they're just
have to
getting
be
really good.
careful.
Yeah,
You have to try. Like I probably lost out on jobs where I'm just gonna like, I know this is a scam. I'm not gonna,
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
not writing
nope.
back. And then it probably wasn't a scam. I just missed out on
Yeah,
something.
I know. Yeah, but anyways, I just started getting into that little world, and it is. I mean, it's fun doing the auditions, but when you're doing the work, it's like, I mean, it does pay well, but I'm neurodivergent. I just don't know if I can really sit through hours of just editing stuff myself, unless if you have somebody who can do it for you. Then hey, that's eh, or if you're paying some, however it works. But yeah, most of the time, I'm just like, you know what? I'm crazy enough to do this myself. I got started like literally 8 years ago, pretty much on my own, self-taught. I might as well just do this on my own, self-taught. What's the worst that could happen? And then hours,
And then
and I'm just like, I just want to cry and play some. No, I just want to watch Netflix, play video games, read my Bible, just anything that I can
decompress.
decompress, exactly detox, or just work out in the gym, which is what I've been doing a lot lately.
Oh, good for you. I
Just working
can't.
out.
That's not relaxing for me.
Oh, what? Oh,
I'm
that's even worse.
terrible. I'm terrible about that. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
go for a
well,
walk. I'm like, or I could sleep.
well,
I will always choose sleep.
do that when it's not like 110, whatever.
I know, right?
That's my best recommendation. Or when it's not too cold and it's not thunder.
So like the 2 weeks that we get good weather, I'll walk. I'll walk
Yeah,
those 2 weeks. Two
yeah,
weeks a year.
yeah. I'm walking here. So yeah, share any final thoughts or advice to close out this interview and plug your socials, projects, and so on and so forth.
Ooh, projects. I just finished a project actually. It's like an audio drama podcast. Season one, it was already out. I wasn't in season one, but it's called Who the F Killed My Sister?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like a thriller murder mystery with all these twists. And I'm in season two as a detective, and so season two comes out in February. But you got to listen to season one first, so you know what's going on. So that was a fun project. What else? That's the most recent project I've done. Ugh, that seems kind of like low on the. I've been doing on camera stuff. Just the voice acting's been a little a little light, but I guess that's the only project I really can plug that I know that I'm allowed to. You sign things and you can't talk about them.
Yeah, you sign stuff, and it's like, we will come after you if you
Right.
spill.
It's like, I don't know if I can say anything else. So that's
Yeah,
the one. He gave
I
me permission for that
yes,
one.
I know where you live.
And they do. And they will find you. That's what.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I will find you. And that taken.
You're like, but you know who I am, which makes it
No, I
worse.
am. Oh no. It's kind of like if your kids find out, like the students, oh, I know you on TikTok. Oh, let's check this. No.
They already have. Like some of them will come up to me and they're like, hey, Miss Buck, like, saw your website. You're pretty good. I'm like, why? Why are you looking me up? And they're like, that's just what we do. They're little stalkers.
Yeah.
So like some of them already like investigated me online apparently and found out like you have an IMBD credit. You have you have a website where you do voice acting. It's like you're not supposed to know that. That's separate from this.
So, any last words, like an outro, anything that you want to share?
I
Just
think I just want to reiterate again for anybody who is thinking about voice acting or just acting in general, like just go for it. Go take the classes, push yourself, and you won't regret it. Because even if you don't pursue it, you will learn so much, and you will gain something that you never even realized that you were going to gain. So just don't live in fear. Just do it. You just have to don't think about it and do it.
yep, just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
I think that's copyrighted. Just attempt it.
Attempt. Yeah.
So I don't
no, no,
get
no. I think
sued.
everybody has did the Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Yeah. Should be more extra, but anyways, that's it for this episode. We'll probably talk about more stuff next time, so stay tuned for a part 2 in the future. I'm Robert. This is Andy. Thank you for watching this podcast. Check out Keeping Up with Chaos, and until next time, God loves you, and God bless, and happy Friday weekend.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy almost Halloween, I guess. So,
Yes, I'm ready.
fiddle dee dee. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Bye.